simple is not enough. People around just love to queries. We are asking of the costumes we'll be wearing.
The only remedy is to call our Lola Teresa, our dear loving grandma, right back in Manila.
The only remedy is to call our Lola Teresa, our dear loving grandma, right back in Manila.
Hi, Magda! What are you doing?
I just finished cooking Batanggenyo ala food in Korean version.
How does it taste?
If you eat the food, you would want to live just to eat, and never to eat just to live.
What's that again, Magda?
Never mind. What's up for you and me? That does not concern anybody else except me and me alone.
Not about you, but I need your help.
OMG! Don't tell me you're pregnant.
What?
What? I can't. Let's look at her. You are surprising me.
Who's pregnant? Magda, we are already 72 years old. How can we be pregnant?
I mean, our minds are pregnant, fertile with many ideas, especially when making recipe.
I will introduce you to my 2 grandchildren. I want you to tell them about the good old days. Here they are, Magda.
Hi, Lola Te.
Ay, sayote! It's one of my ingredients when making food.
Magda, they call me Lola Te.
I've known you as Tere, not Te. You were my classmate with beauty.
Mga apo, I want you to meet Magda, your Tita Lola. She's also your grandma because she's as old as me. But she's your auntie because she's not related to me except that she's my BFF.
BFF, B to your beauty, and F for funny. That's me.
Well, what about the other F?
Flawless. Look at our body. Even at 72, it's still flawless.
So, Tita Lola, you love cooking?
What? Eating? Are you teasing me?
Magda, it's cooking, not eating.
Tita Lola, you better check your earphone.
Cellphone? Ha! You mean I don't know how to use my cell phone? Tere, your apo, your grandchildren have no manners. They are accusing me of ignorance. They don't know how to respect an old flawless lady.
Magda, what they mean is check your earphone if it's properly plugged in.
I'm so sorry. I thought it's in my ears. The earphone is in my nose. Mike, hello. Now I can hear you clearly. I was supposed to take a bath early before cooking, but I couldn't find my tabo.
Tita Lola, what's that again? Tabo?
Tabo. This is my tabo. I cannot take a bath if I don't have my tabo. I use the tabo to wash what's on my back. And this is also to use what's in my front. If I can find my tabo, I'm not comfortable making, oh, you mean releasing something that smells not good, especially when my stomach is making whispering.
Then we prepare the breakfast. If one of us happens to finish eating, he has to turn the plate before leaving.
Turn the plate before leaving? For what?
I'm afraid that I might not get married again. I mean, the young ones left on the table eating may not be able to marry till he or she dies.
Maybe it has been a practice to make sure that no one will leave the table unless everyone has taken the breakfast.
Wait, so what happens when your spoon falls on the floor?
A woman will be visiting your house.
And if it's a fork?
Then a man will be visiting your house.
That's not true. When I was a teenager, I would always drop a fork wishing that one of my suitors would visit me. No one came.
When I was a child, I would lie on the wooden floor. My elder brothers, they will jump over me. My mother would scold them. Your sister will not grow. But look at me now. I'm bigger than my brothers.
And that's because you might raise your hands and cause accidents to your brothers.
But often my hands are itchy.
Mom would always say that if your hands are itchy, you'll be receiving money.
Your hands are itchy. Maybe it's dirty.
Nowadays, your hands may not be itchy, but if you will not wash your hands, you might get COVID-19.
What if your foot's itchy?
Maybe you like to travel?
No, that's alipunga. If you want to travel, maybe you have a mole on your foot.
Well, when I would get lost on the way home, Dad would told me to invert the clothes I'm wearing.
That's because spirits might be playing a game with you.
That's not true. One time, when I got lost, I tried to invert my shirt. My mother scolded me and said, "Not on the street, Magda." So I went inside a public comfort room and inverted my shirt. A neighbor just laughed at me and brought me home.
What about attending a wake?
Before going home, you have to go somewhere. Make pagpag. Eat or stay somewhere. Walk, going to the left, and then going to the right. Jump 1, 2, 3, and shake your booty. In that way, the spirit of the dead person will feel dizzy and no longer follow you.
Okay, so what if a black cat crosses your way?
That's a sign of bad luck.
But what if it's a dog that crosses your path?
I just say, choo, choo.
But if you want to call somebody and you forgot the name, whisper. Psst, psst. When I first arrived in Korea, I couldn't recognize who were Pinoys and Pinays. I just whispered, "Psst, balot." Then all the pigs, they answered, "Pinoy." And then they look at me and ask, "Taga Pilipinas?" But when walking in a forest, don't say any word or sound, and don't point your fingers anywhere. Spirits might get back at you to point Use your lips. Like this. My pouty lips.
Well, from here, where should we go now?
Ask your Tita Lola.
Tita Lola Magda.
Oh, hi, Tita Rika. I need some help. Danielle and I are going to a formal event, and we're wondering what to wear, but I'm not really sure what to wear. Could you help me, please?
Oh, hi, Tita Rika. I need help too. I also borrowed some accessories from my friends, as you can see here. And I am not so sure if any of these will match my dress.
Hi, Mia. Hi, Daniel. I can see, Daniel, that you have a collection over there. Let me have a look. Oh, wow, those are beautiful. I can see that there are necklaces made from mother of pearl and shells and some bronze pieces. How about you, Mia?
Oh,
What are your
sorry.
choices?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's an armory.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of colorful choices.
You know, Filipinos are really fond of wearing all these jewelries. We call them borloloys. I can see that piece, Mia, that piece. They have bells at the end. Yeah, the long piece. Yeah, that one. I have that too here with me.
Oh, nice.
This necklace actually was a gift from the teachers in Coronadal in Mindanao. And these were made by the Tibolis of South Cotabato. So would you want to try it on, Mia?
How do I wear it?
Just pull it over your head. You're wearing black. That should look good on black. Let me see. Oh, what do you
Like
think?
that?
Yeah, something like that. How about you, Daniel? You want something that would look good on your that would show your shoulder blades? Yeah. How do you call that? The collarbone, not shoulder blades. The collarbone. I mean. You can wear something like something that hugs your neck, like this one. This is a piece from Ifugao. It's called a Ling-Ling-O. It's actually an ancient piece of jewelry, but not this one. This is like a replica of the traditional chokers, traditional amulets that the Vietnamese and ancient Filipinos make. And there is evidence that 2,500 years ago, there's already an evidence that Filipinos made this kind of charm 2,500 years ago. This is Ling-Ling-O, and I got this from the north. Would you like to try that on, Daniel, the choker?
Yeah.
I think you have a
sure.
choker over there.
So like this one?
Yeah. Oh, let me see. I think it's made from mother of pearl. Oh, but it looks ethnic. It looks traditional. Can you wear it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
sure.
try it on? Oh, what about that? Do you feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the Filipinos are very fond of wearing something that dangles.
Mhm.
So how about your earpiece? Do you have an earpiece with you? Okay, so while you're choosing which earpiece to wear, in the Philippines, our concept of design, our concept of ornamentation is always maximalist. We would wear something very ornate in our neck and wear something ornate at the same time as earrings, like this one. For example, I can wear this and at the same time wear something that looks like this for my necklace. For some fashion experts, this wouldn't look good because it looks overdone. But for Filipinos, it's perfectly all right to have everything dangling, everything hanging. It's our expression. It's our way of expressing ourselves, no? So that when we dance, when we move, everything moves with our body. Can you try that, Daniel?
Yeah, sure. Is this?
Yeah. Oh, I think I have something similar to that, but it's only one piece already. But it's only one.
Oh,
Oh, I love that.
yeah.
Try that on. How about you, Mia? Would you like to try an earring?
My ears aren't pierced.
Okay. What else do you have there for your necklace?
We have a lot of bracelets.
Bracelets. Okay. Can you try that on?
Yeah, we have these.
Oh, Those bangles. They're from the Philippines also?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I have the same one actually, but
Oh. So
yeah.
are you and Mia going to the same event together?
Yeah.
So the one's in blue, the other one is in red.
Yeah.
You know, in some traditional Philippine communities, they wear bangles up to this part. Yeah, several bangles.
Oh yeah.
Okay, girls, just in case people ask you, why do you wear a lot of ornaments? And then you can just tell them, Filipinos are very fond of ornamentations as jewelry. We often hate dead spaces, blank spaces. A blank space for us is drab. That's why when you go to our house, most of our walls are filled with portraits, with everything that we can collect. We are fond of this because we are maximalist. That's our aesthetic sense. So even in ornaments, we make a lot of ornaments. And these things that you see from here are my collection from different parts of the Philippines. They are not really ancient, but because it's part of the living culture, the designs evolve, no? So you would see this earring is actually what a replica of the gong, and it's made into a pair of earrings, no? So that's how it is. We love ornaments, something that dangles, something that moves with our body as we dance, as we sway, as we say yes, as we say no, and that's it. So are you comfortable with those things on?
Yes.
Yeah, when somebody asks you, just say, well, that's how we are, and just be proud. Okay, girls, you look nice. You look fine. And
After looking at this jewelry that you've shown us, I do think that the thing that stands out to me most is how stylish it is. In the patterns, they're definitely indicative of the Philippines, in the native sense. And I definitely think they could be worn with just about any solid colored dress. Perhaps a black dress like this, or even just a white dress or any solid colored dress.
Oh, I think they're really colorful. There's obviously a lot of craftsmanship that goes into it and a lot of time and effort. And I think the outcome was really nice. It can show you the history of where a jewelry piece was made, and it shows you like the mindset of the people. And with all the vibrant colors, I think it shows a lot about the person who made it as well. And I think it's really pretty and nice.
another form of ornamentation is actually known now as tattoo. Our early Filipinos had been doing body tattoos. It's a kind of ornamentation that is, you know what tattoo is. And now the younger generation are beginning to gain interest in the tattoo art. And now I'd like to introduce to you a young Filipino tattoo artist. I'd like you to meet Yari Young.
Hello! So yeah, hi, I'm Yari Young. I'm a tattoo artist based in Cavite. I'm an arts graduate, multimedia arts to be exact, and my love for tattooing started back in college when I wanted to try the different mediums of art. So I started with traditional, and then digital, and then the others until I somehow got into tattooing. By the way, tattooing is not taught in schools. I'm lucky because my dad knows some basic tattooing. So one summer he taught me, and then until now I'm doing tattoos. Tattoo designs before are basically the simplified versions of nature and animals, and then these designs are acquired by specific reasons. One example is people believe it acts as their spiritual protection. Another example is it shows the status of a person in the community, in the tribe. Another is it acts as a trophy, specifically for the warriors of the tribe for achieving victory. Of course, came a time that we were colonized. The tattooing tradition was removed from the tradition. And then It came to a time that people believed that tattoos are only done on criminals because it's done in prisons. It's only recent years that tattooing is slowly being accepted by the people again. But this time, the designs evolved. It's more complex now than before. But of course, people still love having the traditional ones. It shows the history of our nation. But now, gaining tattoos is more on your hobbies and showing your personality. Some tattoos can be just something you like. Some tattoos are memorial tattoos. Can be something that symbolizes a specific event in your life. So I'll be showing you some of my latest works. They are custom made at Plague Doctor with herbs and flowers. Nature, it's a bird and some flowers also. This one, it's super simple but it's very meaningful because it's the historical writing of the Philippines. It's called Baybayin, and I really love doing this one because I'm really proud of this. This one is Alab. This one is Mother and Son. Also Nanay and Anak. And then the next one is Katapatan. And then this one is actually one of my favorite words. It's Malaya. Freedom in English.
Oh, tattoos? I think tattoos are really cool. I look at tattoos as a way of expressing yourself and showing other people what you like and what you believe in. And you're using your body as a canvas, essentially. And I think that's really cool and a good way of just expressing yourself.
So I think that body tattoos or body ornaments are beautiful in the fact that they are personally significant to each individual who may wear it. I actually have one. It's right here. That specific tattoo was designed by my sister. She was the one who actually encouraged me to get one. She has a similar, somewhat matching tattoo in the same. It is basically a Philippine symbol that you'd see on the flag. You have the sun, and then you have 3 stars. And this is significant to me. It is a representation of my heritage. I always consider, regardless of the fact that I was born and raised in the US, the Philippines is still my home, and it's very important that I remember that.
Hi, my name is Joseph Quinto. I have currently 2 tattoos. I have one on my arm and one on my leg. I first got my tattoo when I was 20 years old. I came to realize that tattoo was really what's really strong about the Filipino culture, and it's really important for me to really have a tattoo that can really signify myself and with my Filipino heritage. I have one tattoo right here, which is a flower. It is on my arm. It's pretty big. It's on the back of my arm. This was hand poked, and it really signified me as a person because I am very feminine, and I tend to do a lot of feminine stuff, and it really speaks to who I am as a person as well. And what's really amazing about this tattoo is just it's all hand poked. It was done in one session. It was really amazing. I really believe that we have a really strong culture and history about our tattoos as well. A lot of the tattoos that were given to men were used to signify them with each other, to identify them as warriors, and for women as well, and to give them the strength that they need and to help represent who they are as a person as well.
My name is Tyler Weaver. Today we're going to be talking about the tattoo I have on my finger. So what I have actually is I have a semicolon with a arrow integrated in it, and they're combined together. And I actually have this done on my middle finger just because I like to have this one a little bit more hidden, and I don't want a lot of people to see this tattoo because this one actually has a little bit more personal meaning to me. This is more of a reminder for me rather than people just looking at it. So first we'll start with the semicolon. Now, for a writer writing like a book, for example, a period means that's the end of a sentence. So there was a point in my life where I thought I was done. I was just end, and there was a period. However, the semicolon, it means to be continued. It's gonna keep on going. So the way I interpreted that is when I thought I was done, I decided not to give up, and I'm gonna be continuing and thriving forward. And then also the arrow. Now the arrow is there because I like to resemble a bow and arrow, because everyone in their life eventually is gonna be pulled back. It's just gonna happen. Everyone has their highs and lows, and you're gonna be pulled back. However, if you're a bow and arrow, once you get pulled back, you launch forward. Also, the arrow is pointed up. Now, this is pointed up for me personally because when I'm looking at it, it's always a reminder to me that, you know, look up, keep your head up, keep your hopes high, stay positive mindset. But also in sign language, this means okay. Whenever I look at my tattoo, I do this. And it's just a reminder to me that everything's okay. I don't get tattoos just because they look cool or I don't want attention. This one was done as a personal reminder and note to myself when I was in a bad state of mind.
Pancit Habhab uses a kind of Mickey noodles called Mickey Lukban that are being manufactured exclusively in Lukban, a town in Quezon Province about 79 miles south of Manila. Mickey Lukban originated in Lukban, Quezon Province in the year 1968. The closest word I can describe the word habhab in English is gobbling up.
Hi, Wilma, Kaloy, Rowena, and Arnold.
Hello! Kumusta na?
So, you're all in the kitchen? What's cooking?
We're cooking pancit lukban habhab.
Pancit lukban habhab, I see. So, you know, in the Philippines, we have different kinds of pancit. You go to the north, you go to the south, we have different versions of pancit. Can you name some of these versions of pancit?
Pancit
Okay,
canton.
I'll start. Canton?
Canton. Pancit bihon. Pancit bihon.
What else? Pancit malabon.
Pancit palabok.
Pancit luglog.
Pancit luglog. Yeah.
Pancit Mickey bihon.
Mickey bihon.
Pancit bato.
Yeah, pancit bato.
Lucena
Yeah.
is chami.
Chami, pancit chami, yes. What about batil patong?
Batil patong?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's from Tuguegarao.
I heard that, but I don't know.
And pancit kabagan.
Kabagan. Isabela?
Yes. Ang galing. So you see, there are many kinds of pancit. Now, may I ask you, what makes pancit lukban or pancit habhab so special and so different from all of these pancit?
Some of the pancit are a lot of ingredients. This habhab is like not really a lot of vegetable. Only 2 or 3 kinds. And then they have a lot of onion.
I can see that you have lots of onions there on top.
Yeah. Then you will eat it differently.
So how?
Just like have the...
Not from the plate.
Not from the plate.
Now, we'll have that habhab challenge. You will not eat your pancit using your fork and plate. We will use the banana leaves.
Yes.
Okay. So let me show you a video tutorial on how to eat pancit habhab from the banana leaves. Okay?
Hey.
Okay. Now, with the challenge, get your banana leaves and make sure you have 2 layers because it might be too hot. If it's too hot, you can cut the banana leaves into 2 and then have them in 2 layers. Just enough, a little bigger than the size of your palm.
Ready na?
Not yet.
Yeah, try. Go.
Go.
Get your pansit.
Okay.
No,
Let's go. Ay, ayaw mo?
And then I will put some more.
And then don't forget the suka, the vinegar.
Okay, I will put suka now.
I did put suka. Okay.
Okay.
Have you sprinkled suka into your pansit?
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hub, hub.
Hub.
Go. Okay, make sure that it doesn't spill on your clothes. There's a technique. You should work well with your palms and fingers.
Oh, this is good.
Wow, it's good.
I cook good.
So you see, you won't have a problem washing dishes after serving pansit hab-hab.
This is my first time to make the pancit hab-hab and first time to eat this.
Really?
This is really
I think every Filipino should experience that, Wilma. Where did you get the banana leaves, by the way?
I bought it from Asian store.
But you in the Philippines, if you get the banana leaves fresh, you have to heat the banana leaves over fire first. For 3 reasons. First, to make it stronger so that the leaves won't break. Second, to disinfect the leaves. And third, the oil of the leaves, the natural oil of the leaves would come out and it adds aroma and flavor to the food. That's why rice wrapped in banana leaves tastes better. So, remember, when you eat pansit hab-hab, eat on top of your palm with the banana leaves and sprinkle suka or vinegar. So, happy hab-habbing!
So eat, everyone.
Everybody.
And enjoy your hab-hab.
Hi everyone! I'm back, your storyteller, Lois! Hi guys! So, on our storytelling today, hi! Okay, so let's proceed. So, on our storytelling today, you can dance along and copy my actions. Okay, will that be great? Yay, yes! Okay, today I'm going to tell the story of a popular legend in the Philippines, the legend of Mount Makili. Maybe you have heard of that legend before.
Wow.
There are around 40 stories related to the legend of Mount Makiling. If you look at the silhouette of Mount Makiling, you can see a figure of a lady lying down. The mountain is believed to be the shape of the body of Maria Makiling. And around the mountain, you can find a lot of springs. Now, let's find out why and begin our storytelling. Are you ready? Okay, ready. Great, let's start. Before the arrival of the Spanish conquerors, newly born children were named based on the place or things around them. However, when the Spanish conquerors arrived, the children's names then came from the list of Christian names found in the calendar. May sanggol na sinilang sa tabi ng kawayan kung saan ang hiwaga labis na karaniwan. Ngalan niya ay Kiling dahil sa punong kiling kawayang nagsitubo buhong nagiging puno. Sa paanan ng bundok may sanggol na iniluwal, binasbasan sa ritual sa simbahan ng banal. Tawag sa kanya'y Maria, sa kalendaryo kuha, kahawig niya sila kinanlong ng dalita. Now, Maria grew up in a poor family in the lowland. Kiling, on the other hand, grew up in the forest. To help with her family's income, Maria went to the forest to get wood she can sell. She met Kiling and they became friends. Maria and Kiling play together different games together. Okay, in this song you can copy my actions, okay? May piko, may habulan, may sungka, may itlogan, tumpukan at patintero, huli na nagtumbang preso. May syato ng bitinan, sa lungga may taguan, dos-dos, pitik bulat, bubuka ang bulaklak. Pampalakas ng katawan, pampalusog ng isipan, kaisahan, bayanihan, ugnayan sa kalikasan. Paglalaro't pag-aaral, natututo, nalilibang, nahahasang kamalingan, nakilalang kalinangan. All together! Pampalakas ng katawan, pampalusog ng isipan, kaisahan, bayanihan, ugnayan sa kalikasan. Paglalaro't pag-aaral, natututo, nalilibang, nahahasang kamalayan, nakilalang kalinangan. So the two of them played together different games. One day, Maria's father got sick, which later worsened their debt to the Spanish friar. Maria asked the help of Kiling, and Kiling gave Maria a sack of ginger, which her mother used to pay the friar. The friar opened the sack of ginger, and the ginger turned into a gold. Kayamanan naming luya, may himalang pampasaya, pag binayad may halaga, sa utang mo'y absuelto ka. Ang luya sa sako, ang sako ng ginto, dating luha sa mata. Ang luya sa sako, ang sako ng ginto, ngayon'y luha ng tuwa. May pambabayad na sa dayosina, may pambabayad na sa utang sina, may pambabayad na sa dayosina, may pambabayad na sa utang sina. In the succeeding days, Spanish authorities went to the forest in search of gold. However, their search was causing destruction of the forest. The natives living in the forest got mad and threw a lot of stones to the people of the lowland. The natives of the mountain asked their children not to go to the lowland. On the other hand, the authorities in the lowland prevented the children to go to the forest. Maria and Kiling missed each other until one day, Maria went up to the forest. Kiling went to the lowland. In the forest, Maria waited for Kiling, but she can't find him. She lay down, Suddenly, rain poured. When the sun shone, the forest turned into the shape of a girl lying down. Meanwhile, Kiling got lost. His body went under the soil. The heat of Kiling's body turned into hot springs around the mountainous forest. And that's how a mountain turned into the shape of a lady. And why are there hot springs around the mountain? Ay, 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 naku po, inay ko, ano tong nakikita ko? Ay, 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 naku po, inay ko, ano tong nakikita ko? Ang babae sa tuktok siyang naging hugis bundok. Ang lalaki sa ilalim siya'y naging bukal ng init. Ay, 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 naku po, inay ko, ano tong nakikita ko? Ay, 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 naku po, inay ko, ano tong nakikita ko? Ang buho na tumubo, ang kiling na tumubo, ang makiling na si Maria, Maria makiling na nga. Ay, 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 naku po, inay ko, ano tong nakikita ko? Ay, 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 naku po, inay ko, ano tong nakikita ko? Maria makiling, Maria makiling, Maria makiling, Maria makiling, Maria makiling, Maria makiling, ha? That's the story of Maria Makiling. Okay, now I want to ask you kids, what can you say about the story and what have you learned from it? How about, can I ask Thea?
I like the story. It was fun.
Wow, okay. Can I ask also Michael?
It was interesting. It was a good story. It had a good plot.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you again, kids, for your participation in the story. And I'll see you again in our next storytelling session. Bye.
Bye.
Hawaii. popular tourist destination because of its reputation as a glorious tropical paradise. But for these Filipinos, sightseeing is not the reason why they set foot on these islands. Filipino labor migration to Hawaii. Filipinos migrated to Hawaii in the early 20th century. During this time, Hawaii's economy is dominated by the sugar industry. Sugar plantations hired Filipinos as cicadas, seasonal farm workers. They started hiring Filipinos in 1906, mainly from Ilocos and Visayas. The HSPA, or Hawaii Sugar Planters Association, arranged for these Filipinos to work in the plantations. They opened offices in Vigan, Ilocos Sur, and Cebu for the recruitment. By 1919, there were approximately 10,400 Filipinos in Hawaii, making Filipinos the second largest ethno-racial group in Hawaii, second to the Japanese, who numbered around 25,000. But life in the plantations isn't a walk in the park, or you could say beach. Cicadas faced racial discrimination and were paid very low wages. Labor strikes were often incited in the 1920s. Filipino and Japanese workers petitioned for higher wages and shorter workdays. The laborers were paid less than $1 per day for a 10-hour workday, which left them barely any money to send to their families. 10 hours of carrying 75 pounds of canes is a grueling load for anybody. The racial discrimination is pervasive. The petitions were never granted, leading to labor strikes all over Hawaii. On January 18, 1920, Filipino laborers walked out of an Oahu plantation, followed by the Japanese workers 2 weeks later. In 6 months, around 2,600 Filipinos have joined the strike. Plantation management, on the other hand, tried to discredit the labor league. Pablo Manlapit, the Filipino labor leader, was accused of bribing a law firm for money in exchange for canceling the strike. The Japanese labor leader, Nobori Tsutsumi, was accused of conspiring for Japanese colonization of the island. By July 1920, labor strike was called off and Filipino and Japanese workers returned to plantation. Manlapit, who became the first practicing Filipino lawyer in Hawaii, continued the fight for labor improvements. The odds were stacked against the workers. No headquarters and strategy, lack of support and sympathy for the media and the public. Strikes were met with defeat for the laborers. At one point, Manlapit was arrested, sentenced to 10 years in jail, served almost 3, and forcibly deported to California. Today, 45% of 260,000 immigrants in Hawaii are Filipino, and 1 in 7 residents are native-born U.S. citizens with at least one immigrant parent.
Okay, hello, good day. I am AG, and hello, Mia and Daniel. So I will be your coach for today, and we will be discussing another Filipino game. It's called Pico. Before I introduce you to the game, let's watch the video first. Okay. So that was basically the Pico. Before we play the game, did you know that Pico is a game that joins all children of the world together whenever they live or wherever they live? Pico is unbelievably old. When the ancient Roman cities were dug up, drawing of hopscotch and Roman cities are, found the stone floors everywhere. It is played for one aim to win a place to call owns or one's own. In the Philippines, the game is also known as Kip Kip or Pikuba, Labanang Seg King. So it's not just Pico. So they have different names of the game. The game also varies from different shapes, different looks of the stone floor or the base. You cannot play the Pico if you don't have the playing court. So the playing court is called the stone floor. Okay, so it is drawn with chalk, charcoal on the ground. So the rectangles are called bahay from number 1 to 8. So the boxes are numbered from 1 to 8. In playing, you need a pamato. So a pamato it should be a flat stone or a brick chip or anything, a clay pot. But it should be flat and it should be easy to throw. So the mechanics of the game, in determining who will be the first one to play the game, player will throw their pamato from behind of box number 1 and throw the pamato inside the box number 8. So whoever pamato is closest to the number 8 written in the middle of the box will be the first. So your pamato should be closer to the number 8 inside the box. Only hops and skips are allowed using either the left or the right foot. Also, in the box 6 and 7, you have to step both feet simultaneously. Landing on both feet is only allowed in the area or areas considered as your home or bahay of a certain player who earned it. Successfully finishing the game. So the first player tosses his pamato to rectangle number 1 or box number 1. Neither the player nor the pamato must touch the line, otherwise the player loses his turn. The player then tosses his pamato to rectangle number 2 and so on and so on. So you should follow the order from 1 to 8 until the player loses his turn. If the player loses his turn, he will continue on the number where he committed an error and tosses his pamato again. So, after he has played in the entire rectangle or the ordered number 1 to 8 and strong enough to pass over, the player throws his pamato with his back turned against the rectangular play area or the base. With the pamato lands, that area becomes your home or your bahay. You can draw something on it. You can write your name so that it is going to be considered as yours. So the game starts all over again for the first player. So if you committed to bahay, it's not that you won the game, but you just earned a bahay. And then you're going to start again from number 1, number 2, and so on. Okay? The player with most number of homes wins. So basically that's it. So are you ready to play the game? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I think you got the game right. So how does it feel to play the game?
It's tiring. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. Can I ask you what's the difference between hopscotch and pico?
Well, they don't really have houses, so it's more of a you pick up the stone and then you go back. You don't own a house.
So what last question is what do you miss the most playing outside?
Um, Probably having or being surrounded by people who have similar imagination. It's because nowadays you can't really play outside and imagine like a lava monster or something. It's more like, oh, there's nothing there. Let's go back inside and do something.
And I think it's just a fun way to be active somehow, and to be outdoors doing it. So
Yeah, that's great. So enjoy playing pico and thank you very much Mia and Daniel for enjoying the game and and I hope you enjoyed a lot and understand a lot of about the game. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
When we say Philippine folk songs, we are actually referring to a broad category of songs that Filipino people sing and are handed down from generation to generation. But because of our cultural diversity, there are songs that are sung by ethno-linguistic groups from the upland areas and are more commonly referred to as indigenous music. To these category belong the chants and vocal music, such as the Salidumay of the north and the Bayok of the south. Another category of folk songs are from the lowland Christianized areas, those that were ruled by Spanish and American colonizers and bear some imprints of their influences. Such are the polkas, danzas, balitaw, and valses. To these category belong what was taught to us as folk songs like Titsitsi, Talibang-bang, Leron-leron sinta, no? Paro-parong bukid, Pamulinawin, and Dandan Soy, Bayaan ta ikaw. And all the songs that are sung in many Fil-Am gatherings representing Filipino identity. Themes of these folk songs revolve around everyday life of the ordinary people, mostly in the rural areas.
Parang bukid narin palipad sa gitna ng daan. Babala palatas, isang karatapis, isang tangka ang magasaan. Saya tekuna, isang piyasa ang saya. May painatan
sarong banggi sa hingdaan. Karangong ako, ninimuni silong gamgam, luba ko, katurugan. Ako kundi simong boses iyo palan. Dago sa gagolong si sakuyang mata minuklan. Daitong kanimang kapopyalan. Si sakuyang piling masiring sa hitas. Simon na huwag na hiling ko iwanan.
Sarong banggi sa higdaan, nakadangog ako, inhuninin sarong gamgam sa luba ko, katurugan. Pako kung gisimong boses iyo balan. Dagos ako bangon si sakuyang matay minuklat. Kaitong kadikluman ako nangalagkalag. Si sakong paghiling pasiring sa itaas. Simong lawog na hiling ko maliwanag.
Naranyang abulan, unoy ko indingam, day tanas lagas ilaw mo, di kakat ipaidam. O naranyang abulan, sangsangit ko indingam, to'y nasik nga talubong ko ingkakat silawan, tapno jak mayaw awan. No ingka nang lipaten, karin kanyak nang ibosen, samsamitik ni patay, o bulan kataklunen, nang laylay tiyayat ko, ingkakadin palas bangin, ununoy ko darasem, ay kadeng. No ingka nang lipaten, karin kanyak na umagin, samsamitek ni patay, o bulan kataklunen, nang laylay tiyayat ko, ingkakadin palas bangin, ununoy ko darasem, ay kadeng.
Oy, Magda! Who's that guy on the other screen?
You don't recognize him, Tere?
His face looks familiar.
Your husband, Polding, has been 6 feet under the ground many years back.
And so, what does Polding has to do with that guy?
Well, he was introduced to us a few days ago.
I even learned from Tita Lola Amanda that that guy is close to your heart.
Mga apo, it's only your Lolo Polding who's very much close to my heart.
Amon, Tere, that guy was my first love.
All I know, Magda, is that you have thousands of lovers.
But that guy loves you more, and you love him too, before Polding came into the picture of your life.
What?
Hi, ha? Yes, Karya!
I hate you!
I love you, Karya! Ay, naku, mga apos! Whenever your Tita Lola is surprised, a lot of things comes out of my mouth.
Oh, Lola, don't turn off your camera, please.
Yeah, Tita Lola Manda's here.
When you turn off your connection, I might not be able to stop my mouth telling about Cario and you when you were...
It has been a long time since we last saw each other. Hi, Terus.
Terus?
Oh, I mean Teresa. My lady gorgeous. Terus. That is what I call her.
How did she call you?
Carpie. For Cario, my cutie pie.
How romantic.
Magda, be ashamed. We are in front of Trixie and Earl. They might think that when we were young, we were flirty.
Yes, I was. I'm just kidding. I invited Cario because with his background, he might be able to talk about Pinoy values.
Of course, Magda. Remember the good old days. We were very much concerned of our community. And whenever there's a festivity in our community, everyone is welcome to enter any house and eat the food what one house has prepared.
In other countries, when eating, they first serve the soup, and then the first course, followed by the third, and later, the main dish.
Yes, among the pinks, everything is placed together in the table. It's really up to you which one you would like to eat first.
We always attend all the town fiestas.
It was in one of the town fiestas that we were introduced to each other, right, Terus?
And that's because in Pinoy culture, it's our practice that no one should be left alone. Everybody may join any activities or occasions in the community.
And even the youngest one can join. We call them saling pusa.
Yes, in English, that's saling cat. I mean, like a cat. One may join to make one feel that one is not isolated.
Even in taking pictures, everyone should be included. We call that Kodakan, the brand of picture taking named Kodak.
Yes, I know that one. In all the gatherings, the Pinks always want to have a group picture.
Yeah, that's right. The last time I was in the Philippines, I saw a lot of people going to karaoke together.
That's true. I remember your Lola Te and Cario singing with their faces together. You were my first romance. I still have their picture.
Magda!
The three of us. We had someone take our picture, but I was too big to be included in the picture. You remember, Cario?
I remember that picture. That was our first date, right, Terus?
No! On our first date, I was really shy.
So Lola, your first date was with Cario.
Yeah, Tita Lola told us you had a boyfriend before you met Lola Poding.
I never mentioned that you were lovers. I never told anybody that you were dating together.
How come my parents learned about our relationship? They prevented me from seeing Cario.
Your parents, they told me that it's bad to lie. I told them your relationship, and that time I was also in love with Cario.
Oh, a love triangle.
No, I was just imagining, my wild imagination. At a young age, we were very imaginative and creative.
Yes, Magda, we use our local words to express how we feel.
When Cario whispered to me that she wanted your Lola Te, he said, Iniibig.
So when Cario courted you, what was the word?
Minamahal. Mahal. Meaning, I'm very precious to him. I'm expensive.
And you, Lolate, when you gave your sweet yes, what was the word, Mancario?
Sinasamba. I look at your Lolate as the girl that I love the most, as if she was in an altar, my goddess.
But Karyo, you were unfaithful.
You slapped Cario! OMG! Cario has been waiting for this moment to explain. Look, he looks younger because of many cosmetics on his face.
No. I look younger because I got stung by bees.
What?
I've got a Pinoy heart, something that I am proud of. Surely on my Facebook Live, I'll give my friends a shout out.
Yes, everybody knows the seeds are for fathers, so in any place you go, you'll find a brilliant Filipino.
'Cause by knowing our roots, we are taking the right route. Pearl of the East down south, Pinoy people singing proud.
Knowing our roots, we are taking the right route. Pearl of the East down south, Pinoy people singing